Hi everybody, welcome back. I did do a video about 6 years ago, back in 2018, early on in my channel about what it was like to work at Costco as a seasonal employee. I worked there in the Christmas season of 2017 as a seasonal employee, never got hired on full-time, never got hired on permanently part-time. They do hire a lot of people for the seasonal seasons, but they don't keep a lot of the people that they do hire on. They're only able to keep a few permanently. So I wanted to talk about what I was told. I would ask this question in the interview, and I asked the question after I started working there. I wanted to know what I could do to get hired on permanently, part-time or full-time. And there even were some part-time people there that had full-time hours, because they said they were constantly calling them, asking them to come in early, to stay late. And there was one guy that he said he'd been working there for like 3 or 4 years, and he said, yeah, I'm only part-time but on the roster, but he said with all the hours I'm working, he said he was getting overtime, so he was pretty much like full-time with all the hours he was working. So I know that you probably don't want people coming to work sick if they're really sick, like they're throwing up or they got diarrhea or they got the flu or COVID, something like that. So I was told not to call off. I was kind of thinking, well, wait a minute, like, what if you are really sick? They said, like, yeah, never call off. But I think they just don't want people, like, calling off excessively. I think if you just called off, for a few days and didn't do it, like, excessively over your employment there, they would be okay with it. And I was told to come in early if they ask, which I did. I was told to stay late if they asked, which I did as well. And then they said also to come in on your days off if they ask you to, see if they got extra hours. If you work first shift, like see if they have second shift hours and vice versa. And the other thing too is if a new store opens up, obviously there's going to be a lot of people really quickly. As soon as the store opens, there's going to be people transferring over. But even if you're pretty much in the driver's seat, if a new store opens in your area, that's not too long a commute, and you have an easier time, even if you're just a new hire, and getting hired on at Costco right away, permanently if a new store opens, because like I said, they're going to need a lot of people. And I was seasonal. I ended up taking a different direction in life. They didn't hire me on even permanently, part-time or full-time. And I asked, even if I was hired on part-time, it's kind of tough, because they said, everybody has to work 5 days a week, 5 hours a day, and you've got another job. It's kind of hard to do that. I was asking if I could just work on weekends. So they said, oh, we used to do that, but we don't do that anymore. They used to do that like 20 years ago, and it's, for I was told that, the waiting list to get hired on full-time could be like 5 or 6 years. And I was thinking, that's kind of quite a while to hold out. So I ended up having to take a different direction in life as far as work goes. But I was pretty happy there, but I'm actually much even happier now what I'm doing now. I'm a custodian at 2 different elementary schools, one full-time, one part-time, and one in the morning for a few hours and the other one at night for 8 hours. So if you want to, I could link you to, in the description, I could put a link to, if you're interested, to what it was like to work at Costco during the 2017 Christmas season. That was almost 7 years ago. Things might have changed a little bit, but I think a lot of things haven't. Obviously, the pay, I'm sure with all this inflation, is a lot higher. I did state the pay in there, which was only like $13 an hour back in 2017, which is practically nothing now. But wages have gone up so much over the last 7 years, way higher than that now. So I wouldn't be surprised their starting pay is around almost 20 an hour now, maybe just a little bit under. So that's all I have to say about that. Comment, like, share, subscribe, question, and I'll talk to you all real soon with another great video. Have a great weekend, everybody. Talk to you all soon. Bye.